Dan Old here. We are in the heart of South Africa at the Kruger National Park, which you can see behind her. And we've actually had elephants out there and other assorted animals, but that's not why we're doing this. We're doing this because we are covering the 2023 CHPC Student Cluster Competition. And tell me why you're standing here.
Oh, hi. So I'm Mmabatho Hshatsi, and I recently joined the ACE Lab. Well, recently it's just over a year now, and I'm one of the co-organizers for the SEC Student Cluster Competition. So I actually was exposed to HPC, the whole world of HPC, through the material that we teach these kids at the selection round. And then I kind of grew with them. So I find it very interesting that they're attempting things that I had just attempted a few weeks ago. And I just find it really interesting.
That's great. That's great. And actually, it's quite a long process. I mean, the culmination that everybody knows about is the team that you send to ISC in Europe, to Frankfurt in probably May, June this year. But there's a long process for teams to get there. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes. So it started, well, this year we had about 160 applications that came in, but in our selection round, we have to cut there to about 80. So 20 teams from different institutions in South Africa go through an intensive 1-week-long training. For most of them, this is their first experience to Linux, to HPC concepts around that. Some of them are only ever going to see Linux commands when they go back to varsity, either to go to their third year, or some are lucky and they have a leg up and they see it in the second semester. But that's what happens. And then from then, we need to choose 10 teams that now we bring to our national meeting. Yes, in the Kruger this year. And of all the teams that we had, we're able to put through 6 institutions to come and represent their universities at the national meeting. And then from
here...
So
10 institutions sending, or excuse me, 6 institutions sending 10 teams.
Okay. Yes. So after the selection round, you earn your place into the national round. So in the selection round, we ensure that there's diversity. So universities are well represented. But in order to get to the national round, you need to earn your place. Yes, so we had Wits University, we had the University of UCT, University of Free State, Kudiso Academy, and University of Western Cape that were represented in this round. Then from there, this is where we take the winning team, the number 1, to form the 4 members of our IC team. And then we recognize that they are standouts in the other teams that we then choose to form the rest of the IC team. So we send 6 undergrad students as IC team. Then we have 2 reserves that get to join them in the training in January at Tech University.
And actually, let's talk about that. Dell flies your whole team to Texas, to Austin.
Yes, they do.
And they work with the team, train them some more. Talk about the system they want for Frankfurt, for ISC, and they also work with TAC as well. That's the Texas Advanced Computing Center.
Yes, they do.
That's a pretty cool trip.
Yes, they do. They love it. I mean, the reaction we have after that comeback, the energy, you can see that they have a greater understanding of how just big the HPC community is. There's sparks in their minds and their hearts to want to be a part of this competition. And I think that plays a really big role in people that get to go to the training and they come and they become mentors for the other teams. So this year we had all 8 of them coming back into the competition and being mentors to the teams that were coming here because they want them to have the opportunity.
And that's really one of the standout features of your competition here. Nobody gets to make the big trip twice. That you don't just recycle the same students over and over again. It's always a new crop, and then the former crop helps train them.
Yes.
And that's great.
We think so too. I think it's the quickest way for us to draw the community.
And I'm not sure of the numbers. We were kind of talking in a car trip yesterday that you're kind of closing in on having exposed 1,000 students over the years to HPC.
Yes.
And that's fantastic. That really is.
Yes, we've been
Very admirable.
Yeah, I mean, I was one of the people that were exposed, so.
And it's paying off.
Yes, it does. It really sticks. Once you know the community, it's really hard to get out.
Yes. Yeah, not that hard to get in, hard to get out.
Definitely.
Yes, it's like a fungus. Once you catch it, you can't get rid of it.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much
you.
for all of your efforts in putting this on. And good luck in